Hi everyone, welcome to today's Altcoin Bible. Going to crack straight in. Got a couple of great cryptos I want to share with you: XRP, Sui, and Dog. As always, just mentioning that there is an extended version of this Altcoin Bible where I dive into a few larger topics and dive into the charts in a little bit more depth. You can watch that by becoming a newsletter subscriber. Link is below. All right, let's crack into my first chart of the day, and it's going to fill a lot of you with a lovely sense of pride, because I know XRP is on the portfolios of many watching this, and you know what, it is one of the best looking charts out there at the moment, so we have to be looking at it. And after a 500% move, XRP is doing exactly what you'd want it to do to have a continuation move. So XRP 500% move up, this really nice consolidation into this wedge pennant, however you like to look at it, but very clear upside, very clear downside range. And we are approaching a point where XRP wants to either do that, or it's going to follow the rest of the market right now, looking rather on edge and weak, and it's going to go lower. I'm thinking this has the potential to actually go higher because it is sustaining its relative strength against a very weak market. And right now the market is just feeling the pain of a rising dollar and also the US Treasury yields rolling higher, and that just sucks liquidity out of the system. There's a lot of sort of apprehension about Trump's tariffs and a bit of short-term and mid-term inflation that's out there. So markets are trying to price that in. In the mastermind group, we've been talking about a correction into the 20th. Looks like it's actually happening a little bit earlier than we'd hoped. We just haven't had the move up in crypto that we thought we would. The Santa rally, the New Year type region, and early Jan. Haven't had it yet. That's okay. The longer this goes on, the more exciting Q1 should be. So that's how we're framing it at the moment. That's how we're thinking. So XRP here, decision point, but broadly, this is one of the best looking charts out there because of its relative strength. It's also actually retested the 50 on the RSI. It's climbed back above. Now it's come back down and it's trying to use it for support. So we likely see a bounce here and move higher in line with a break out. If it's to the downside, we probably see the opposite and we see it break the 50 and move lower. So XRP looking good there. Now, another one we just have been watching all the time, and it's Sui. It's one of the best performers in the market for quite a while. It's been moving in this beautiful upwards channel. Broke down here. We thought it might be starting a much larger correction where you could sneak in a few cheeky bids lower. Then it did the blitz higher, made a new all-time high versus USD and Bitcoin, and now it's dropping a little bit lower again. Now, this is still one to watch. I really think it's almost a cherry ripe as well, just because of its relative strength here and of late as well. So these dips are for buying, and I think I wouldn't be concerned with Sui unless it starts dropping beneath that 4.50, but really $4.20. I think if we're flirting with this, we're losing these kind of areas, then we're playing with a structural breakdown. Oops, didn't mean to grab that. So if we just go through here, if we're doing this sort of action, I just don't like anything in this kind of region. Even though there's volume here, I think if we start just flirting with this level and this moving average, then we're likely going to go down a little bit lower for a deeper correction. Get really aggressive again on Sui if it closes back above that key horizontal and hopefully back into the channel, but it's not the end of the world. I think horizontals are your bread and butter. Pay attention to the resistance and supports and use trend lines and others. It's a bit more of a speculative gauge, but that's Sui for me. The strength is still important to watch. All right, Dog. Now I could have chosen a multitude of different cryptos right now that look dangerous. Even after this drop down, there's a lot of weakness around about some of these altcoins, especially the more speculative ones. And I wanted to bring a meme coin into the mix. So just to give you a bit of insight as well, XRP and Doge actually look quite nice together. Doge is separating itself a little bit from the pack of meme coins. There's more of the Bitcoin of memes with what's happening with Doge and a few other things, and maybe a money platform on X. So that's in the background there. But a lot of the other memes are a bit of they're coming back down into support and they're looking weak into support, which is a problem. That's exactly what Dog is doing here. Now, Dog is in a macro higher high and higher low trend here, but we're starting to flirt with that. If we lose the base of this uptrend here, then, and I've got an alert here, consider trimming Dog. This is a great area. If you start seeing closes, beneath the trend and the horizontal through here, then it's likely coming down into this region here where they've got a 200-day moving average and also a volume cluster. So I can see that happening. So just be a little bit careful there, and also the makings of a head and shoulders pattern into supports, not what you want. But you can see how crucial this support level is all through there. just don't want to lose it. And it's indicative of others like Pepe and SHIB that I've had a look at as well. So if the market continues to weaken, a lot of these charts are going to play out to the downside, and they're going to go a bit deeper to wipe out stop losses and orders and find liquidity lower to reload and go higher. So long story short, I think this is a short-term phenomenon as the market tries to price in a lot of that macro fears and instability, but it's going to be a rocky year left and right. But before Trump gets in, the speculation suddenly turns to reality, and this buy the rumor, sell the news type situation is kind of happening right now, and likely still closer to the 20th. And there's lots of data coming out as well around inflation over the next little while. So yeah, some turbulence ahead, which is unfortunate, but we'll see how we hold up. All right, guys, have a great day. See you soon. Bye-bye.